This is live now. But we're not going to be live on the same spot because I had to. God, this
Dang it.
freaking. What are we on? Anna Blakely romance. God, this.
Dang it.
What are we on? Anna Blakely romance. God, this.
Dang it. Okay, so we are live.
Now we're live because I had to shut it off and come back on. But it's not the same.
Okay, so we are live.
Now we're live because I had to shut it off and come because it's going off of the. It's not the same.
Okay, so we are live. Okay, I think we're back. Maybe.
But we're not on the right. Okay, let me get this.
Hang on tight. Hold please.
This our look will be different next week. I guarantee it because I am done with this. Done with this EV Mux. EV Mux, if you're watching, you're gonna be a character in a book.
I don't think I can do that. That might be a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Well, I'll just tell you, and I can talk factually. Factually, I've had nothing but issues with this system since the first week we used it. First week we used it was fine. After that, I've had issue after issue after issue.
True story.
Further, and I'm so sorry, people.
I know. Sorry.
Further,
thanks for sticking with us.
Their customer service is horrendous. Every time I try to reach out to them, it takes days for them to respond in email, and email is the only way you can reach out. And then it's anyway.
We're back though. Thanks for hanging in.
I hope. Let's see who we got back on here. Gosh dang it! All right, Kelly, you're back. Nicole, Lana, Erica, and Janice. All right, we're getting some people. Gosh dang, I am so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. I was trying to double check this.
So we went back and looked those just to see like where it went dead, and it was right after she said, "I thought about writing paranormal." She's like, I thought about getting into the paranormal thing where they touch you and
and that's when it went dead? Oh, stop it. You're doing that on purpose.
I didn't know. Gotcha.
Hey, that's another discussion for another day, though. Oh. Whether or not you believe in ghosts.
Well, I'll tell you what, kind of my house.
For reals. For reals, for reals. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff we could talk about with that one.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what are you doing?
What? Oh, sorry.
I can't. What?
Sorry. Yeah, so Josh graduated.
Yeah. Wrapping back around.
All right, we got.
Jeez Louise. Sorry, guys.
Sue, Stacy.
That was so weird.
William.
Hey.
Yes, please.
Yes. Oh my God, please.
Yeah. So William, it had. I picked EV Mux. A little behind the scenes, but William understands it. But you can get these programs and it'll stream out to multiple sites all at once. So you don't have to manually go in and set up to go live here and live here, live here. In theory, you're supposed to be able to say, connect to these places, and you can pay more for different memberships to be able to connect to more places. But that way you can connect to YouTube and Facebook and what's
my group.
Well, right, that's all YouTube, but there's other platforms that you connect to.
Like Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, but you can connect to those, and all you gotta do is one button, and the program connects, and that's William and Shayla do it. They use a different program though. I went with this one because of things I read, and I played around with them all, and I thought this was the easiest to play around with, and it is. It's really easy to use when it works. It always works when you pull it up. It's internet based. It always works when you pull it up, but they're connectivity and
bad.
It's just, and there's no support. So
if you're
looking at getting something, I would stay far away from it. Based on my own experience, you have to do your own research. I'm not trying to criticize the company, just spreading facts.
Good cover.
Disclaimer.
Like I'm thinking. I mean, William, you said an hour. I think that's a lofty goal. I think that it might take like a weekend in Texas to really. Yeah. I mean, just so we can see your setup and because I'm a very visual learner. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Sandy. Hi.
All right. So I'm Nicole. Sorry. Internet's good, Jason. I mean, we've got internet's golden. We actually have fiber out here now, so it's and never have a problem with it. But we can run multiple Xboxes and stream movies and
Excuse me.
all that. So yeah,
It's fiber.
It's true fiber. It's
I mean, it runs directly into the house, but
I mean it's not coax or a. We used to have that satellite internet, but now this is fiber. We've had it now for oh gosh, a couple years. Well, we've had it since before COVID, haven't we?
it was my first year staying home full time.
Yeah,
to write.
2019.
Yeah. Nicole said her dad sees dead people. I believe it.
Oh, totally.
100%.
Totally. 100%. Without a doubt. We'll tell you that.
We'll do, oh, that'll be it. We'll do like a spooky.
Maybe we should do a Halloween. Halloween's on Tuesday this year, y'all, so.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
We'll bring the ghost stories. That'll be awesome. Oh, see if I did paranormal, I could put ghosts in my stories too. That'd be kind of fun.
I did the biggest plan that they had to offer.
Yep. Just the facts, man. Nicole's funny. Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
Anyway, moving on.
Josh graduated, but then this one. So, yeah, this fits in perfect. And I don't know if she's back yet. I sure hope she is.
We may have lost her.
Yeah, gosh dang it. Anyway, if you all remember the first week of the show, I gave away a book, or we gave away a book. I picked a name anyway. And now that stuff's on me. I do all that stuff. So, like, most of the time anyway. But getting stuff to the mailbox. So that's, well, I completely forgot about this prize. And fortunately, this person reached out to me last night by email and said, "Hey, I was just checking." And
Oh my gosh.
I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." So anyway, it was put out this morning. But the reason why I share this is one, I'm sorry, but two, if we have because we have prizes and stuff, which we have one tonight. Yeah, Renette, you won, but not this time. So no, but if something happens though,
Renette, I
and
know
you
you're talking
don't
about
get
me.
anything that you ordered or that you want, please don't hesitate to reach out because, I mean, this person was very gracious and understanding, and I still feel horrible because if I tell you I'm going to do something, I do it, and if I don't, then I better have a good reason. But she was very understanding, so I do appreciate you.
Yes.
But yeah, please don't hesitate if there's something, or if you order something from the site and it doesn't come in right, just get a hold of us. We'll make it right.
Yeah. Yeah, because we would never ever intentionally blow you guys off. We just
No.
things get crazy around here, and I mean,
But
it's
it's
never
just-
a dull moment
yeah.
here. But we just our minds are in 20 different directions, so it's easy to forget something once in a while. And so please, like he said,
Yeah.
let us know.
I was sitting there last night and we had company. I had she's not family, but she's family. She's
We call her a.k.a.
yeah, a long family friend. She used to babysit my mom actually. So that tells you how far we go back. But she came to visit to be around when Josh graduated. And, my mom passed away in 2008. My grandparents passed away, a few years ago. And she's kind of like my only older family member. So it was fun spending time with her. But last night was her last night here with us before she headed home. And so I was sitting there on the couch with her, and all of a sudden I get this email. I'm like,
He comes right
like,
over.
just
He's
a
like,
second.
Hannah, I forgot. I need you to sign. I was like, okay.
Felt terrible.
So he really did. And yes, Kelly, crap happens. So thank you guys for being so understanding and patient with.
Have you been on with us before?
Hey, Sarah. Sarah, am I saying that right? Sarah. Oh my gosh, I'm so
That's
bad.
why I didn't
pronouncing
say
names.
the name to start with because I was gonna let you mess up.
And I probably did, but it's a really pretty
It's a-
spelled name. So
It's
I
unique.
just want to make
That's
sure
why
that I don't.
I'm not sure that
say
I've
it
seen it
wrong.
on here before. But welcome to the show.
Yes. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I was so focused on your name, I wasn't paying attention to what you wrote. Oh, thank you. I try, man. I love the.
Sarah, first time.
Sarah. Yes. That is so cool. I've never seen it spelled that way.
Probably look good in
That
the
might,
book.
that might,
Oh,
yeah.
put that in the book.
Dude, I'm always looking for names. Like I have
Shayla, this one's
lists.
ours.
I have lists of names that, I mean, I'll be in the grocery store or we'll be at a restaurant and somebody will have a name, server has a name tag, and I'm like, I like that name. And I get on and I put it in my notes because you just never know. But thank you for joining us, Michael, Sarah. Nice. I love it though. Thank you for joining. I'm glad you enjoy the books too.
There she
Oh,
is.
yay, you're back. We were just talking about. Oh,
no,
I mean,
I was just, Ruth, you might find this interesting. I was just discussing how I'm sorry because I made a huge blunder, and the person was so gracious and understanding, and I really appreciate it. But that person's package left the mail today. So again, I do appreciate you a lot. So,
yep.
that person.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. And yeah, so when I said, Shayla, this one's ours. Where were we at?
It was Kentucky.
Kentucky. It was the night before the signing, and we were all just kind of gathered around. There were a bunch of authors, and
We were down at the hotel bar.
and I made a comment about,
Wasn't it Bumfuckistan or something? Isn't that what you said?
yeah, but I wasn't gonna say it.
Right.
But I made a comment, used some colorful language, and I had like three heads turning to me at the same time. What'd you say? And they were like taking notes to put it in a book. And I'm like, no, this one's hers. Anyway,
It's funny. And I do like they're like I'll watch TV or he'll say something or somebody will say something and I'm like, oh my God, that's hilarious. And I'm like, I gotta have one of my guys say that or so yeah, you never know where inspiration's gonna come from.
She said make a character my name.
I will have a Sarah. I don't know when, but I will have Sarah spelled like that because I was kick ass. I love that. Let's see. I'll tell you, that's one of the hardest and most like time suck things as an author, at least for me, is trying to come up with names, especially if it's a character that could potentially maybe be in a book later on. I want to name something that I like, so in case. But then at the same time, if it's a character that I know I'm going to kill off, then I want to make sure I don't use a really cool name because I might want to keep that cool name for another character. So yeah, names are a struggle sometimes. That's for sure. Let's see. Oh, Facebook jail in the middle of our broadcast. I mean, it's possible. We were talking about tights and bearskin rugs earlier, so who knows? Well, you never know.
Actually, Ruth, the problem is Mark Zuckerberg ordered some books, and I forgot to mail them, and so he
just cut us off. That's
it. Right. I forgot to mail him his book.
No books, no service. Yeah. That's what he said.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That was
okay. No, that's
it was just teed up. I had to take it.
That was kind of funny. I like that.
And she told me I was OKC, so I guess I'm fine. So. Bonnie says her middle name is.
I like that. That's pretty though.
Yeah.
I like that. You know what? Aren't all names made up though? I mean, initially, like at some point, right? So, I think that's cool, and it's unique. And who else has that, right?
Hi, Dawn.
Oh, hey, Dawn.
Oh, you're at the beach?
Oh, I'm not jealous at all.
Huh.
Which beach? Which beach?
It doesn't matter. It's a beach. It doesn't matter.
I know. Oh, and thank you. Yes, thank you. And enjoy. I'm glad you just popped in to say hi, but
take me back to the...
Definitely focus on the beach and the views, because, man, I would be if I was there.
Beach at the Lake of the Ozarks. I'd be happy with that.
Well, that's true. That's true. Something, what?
Oh, did something like that in Kansas. I can't remember what it was, but it was funny as hell. You, Jenna, and Shayla were all over it.
Oh, I know exactly what it was. But I'll have to share it after the next one comes out, because I'm going to use it in that one. But yep, I'll private message you, even remind you of that one. That one was great. I called it first though.
So Kelly, yeah, there's K-E-L-L-Y, there's I work with an E-Y.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of ways you spell Anna. 2 N's or 1. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And 1 always looked weird to me. I don't know why. But
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. You got Ava that only has 1 V, so 1 N would work.
That's the English language. I can't even use it. The English language, though. It's so screwed up, you know?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
why do we have, like, we're just, heed. Like
heed a warning?
Like, I'd do go.
Oh, heed?
No, like, yeah, gosh, what am I thinking?
Like a contraction?
Contraction, thank you. Why do we have those? Unless you're having a baby. Because are you
Oh.
really that lazy? You
I was
can't
like, why
say
are you
that
using
one extra
contractions?
letter? Shouldn't.
Well, I
Should
don't
not.
know, Mr. ILY. Whenever I say I love you, and once in a while I get back, all I get back is an ILY. Why don't you just use
But
all
that's
the
three
letters?
words. I'm just not. You're knocking out one letter to put an apostrophe. Is it really
Is
that?
it always just 1 letter?
Is your time really that valuable that you can't
Yeah.
put that O instead of apostrophe
I don't
NT?
know. I
I'm
don't
just
know. What do
saying.
y'all think?
I was thinking about it the other day when I was driving. I thought,
It's just a more casual way of speaking and writing, I guess. I
no,
don't
if you're
know.
saying like he would or like he'd go, but that'd be okay. But
Why? Because it's more
because
than
it's
one letter?
more letters. But if you're just taking one letter out to put an apostrophe,
Like can't?
yeah. Well, it's cannot. So can't, CANT.
Did you know that that is the only contraction? I believe, if I remember right, from 4th grade English,
It's the only
it's
contraction.
the only
that's
contraction
one
made
word.
out of 1 word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People,
That was when I learned
people
that
spell it wrong all the
cannot
time.
was 1 word.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh,
little trivia there.
side. And we're dropping viewers.
I know, people are like,
dropping
yeah, I'm
viewers
out,
left
I'm
and
out,
right.
I'm
Yeah. Cancel Tuesdays. Cancel Tuesdays.
Wait, go up to the. Oh wait, no, you already have it on there.
Yeah.
My grandmother was
That's what we're talking about, the IE
clearing.
and the EY.
Aw, I love it. I love it.
I've seen some
Oh,
girls named
I
Blakely.
love
I like
that.
it. I think it's a very pretty name.
I think that's a really cool name, like a first name. I like that. There are a lot of like last names that I think make really cool first names. My mother loved Grease. I like that movie too.
Dawn,
But I
is
didn't
it-
real. Oh, go ahead.
Oh.
Oh, Panama City. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I just was gonna say on Kelly's thing about Grease. I didn't like when I was younger. Like there were so many things that went over my head with that movie, and then I watched it later on,
Oh, yeah?
and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is a really dirty. Like there are a lot of insinuations in that movie that I didn't realize when I
great
was
movie.
younger. But I like it. But I mainly like the songs.
Nicole,
No idea where to go.
Dawn is hosting in Panama City right now. So
Oh yeah, I'd love to go. Brandy Michelle. Oh, that's a neat way of spelling Michelle. I don't think I've ever seen it with a Y like that. I like that. Oh, two,
Yeah.
2, and 2. Yes. Man, and let me tell you, from a teacher standpoint, the 2 2s and 2s and the theirs and theirs are some of the hardest things for kids to compute. Like, oh, it was so, and it's, I mean, it really, I guess it just depends on the kid, but it was always like split. Like half of the kids just got it, like picked it up just like that, and the other half, they still left my room at the end of the year using the wrong ones. Like it was just
they
so
just
hard for them
graduated
to.
Sunday using
Yeah.
the wrong one.
Well, truthfully,
What school are you gonna go to?
Like, do you see? In fact, I think you used one here a while back. You did the wrong 2 on something.
It
But
was spell check.
I-
It was not me.
You see it all the time with like adults in their posts and things on Facebook, and I always love it too. Like it always makes me chuckle when it's somebody who's like ranting about something, whether it be, I don't know, politics or something personal or whatever, and they're just like, rah, 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 and then there's all these little like grammatical errors in it. I'm just like, dude, you just kind of like lost your sales on that one. Like,
So I had to comment on a post the other day because this guy was blowing up about how the school doesn't teach kids grammar any longer. GRAMMER, grammar.
no.
So I
Did he
put
really?
asterisk GRAMMAR, grammar.
Did he respond?
No.
Well, maybe that's what he was complaining about because he didn't get taught the proper grammar.
They don't teach grammar anymore, but they sure as hell teach spelling.
Spelling.
Yeah, because
With
that's
apostrophe.
where you learn how to spell yuns. All right. I'm
Uh,
sorry. And we're just dropping viewers and dropping. Okay. Lana says, I
Name my
named my
daughter
daughter
Christina.
Christina.
Oh, I like that. That's a really pretty way to spell it. I like that a lot. Wise. I feel like wise just make names pretty. I don't know. Speaking without contracted words just sounds weird. It's a very, if you do it like, it's very formal, and it also depends on the area where you live, even in our own country. But then when you go to the other countries, that there are a lot of countries that do not use contractions. And so that's why there are times where when I'm writing, if I'm writing a character that's like a bad guy from, a different part of the world that doesn't use contractions a lot, I won't use them, or I try very carefully to not use them when there's dialogue where that character is speaking. And that's why, because a lot of them, they don't, from those certain areas in the, of the world, it's not common for them to use contractions. So, but yeah, anyway, thought I'd throw something out there about books since.
No, that was a good point. That's a good point. It's stuff to think about whenever you're trying to write characters that are
Because I
different.
try to make things as realistic as possible. I mean, it's still fiction, but I try.
We named our oldest Ella right at the start of the Ella Bella Gray.
Well, we're right there with you. We've got Emma,
Yeah.
and that was like the number one name for I don't know how many years there. But I like simple names too, though. So, and she, of course, hates it and wishes why, Abby says the same thing. Why couldn't you have named me blah? But I was like that when I was little too. I didn't really like my name, and now I like it. So, if I'm in the mood, I might. That's true. Or like if you're trying to like get your point across, then the
Yeah, as I
contractions kind of
say,
go away if
well,
you're
I was gonna,
upset.
I was gonna go there with the mood part. I figured that's what she meant with the. If I'm in a mood, I will not use a contraction, but I use a lot of periods.
That's one of my favorite things to do too. Is when
Night, Sandy.
oh, good night, Sandy. Thanks for popping in. Um, every once in a while, I'll have a character that's like trying to get his point across, or and those of you who read me, you guys probably recognize that. And I know I'm not the only one who does it, obviously, but we're like get period, the period, help period, away period, exclamation point. Like separating them, to give that emphasis, and that's kind of fun. I like doing that.
Debbie says that her grandgirlies is at Panama City Beach on senior trip. She should go find Dawn.
Yeah, she go say hi, hang out. I'm sure that's what Dawn wants on her relaxing vacation, is a bus
trip.
full of seniors.
Yeah.
There, and there. Yeah, it is. And it's harder. I think it was harder for me. Like, it's funny because I struggled with math in school, but math was one of the things that I felt like I was a better teacher at than English, because English and grammar and all that came so easily to me that it was really hard for me to explain. Did you just spill?
Mm-mm. They don't teach drinking in school.
Yeah, you missed that day if they did. We got sippy cups. Do you want one? Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so it was like it was really hard for me to teach the grammar sometimes and explain it, because it just came naturally to me. Like, I was one of those that it just clicked. So like it was really hard for me to verbalize, like I didn't understand how they didn't understand it. You know what I mean? So
I completely understand.
Do you understand?
Well, I do, because I've tried to teach people how to look good. And I have such a hard time teaching them how to look good, because it's just natural to me.
I thought you were going to be serious, like something with your nursing school or something. Can't take them anywhere, folks. Nope. Southern English is a complete.
Yin's are right.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And and I noticed that more so on what's that one show? Is it Swamp People or something? Like down in the Cajun area.
Shoot 'em.
Like, they legit have, I don't know if you guys have ever watched that, but I love those shows. But they have it like, it's not like closed caption, basically. They have it down there for you to read, because like I can't understand half of what they're saying. And it's so crazy to me that like that's in our same country, that's just a few hours drive, away. And so you're right. It's the dialect and everything is different depending on where you are, but it's also really cool. The kids is with very yes, yeah,
I used to get mad because my name's Christian. I mean, it's the religion.
very fairly common
And I'd go to
word.
yeah, I'd go to the doctor, Christina, go to school, first day of school, and I went by Chris in school, but the first day of school, Christina. I'm like,
Hooked on Phonics did not work for them.
well, it's a religion. I mean,
Showing my age there. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
It's not like it's
Yeah, it's not an uncommon word
I
or
don't
name.
know.
I mean, it's the oldest religion on the books, I think. Maybe. I don't know, maybe not. But one of the old I mean, it's been around a while. So, yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. But anyway.
Y'all's right. It does. It covers
Does.
everything.
It does. And there are so many times where, and I think Abby's even commented once when I very first started my reader group, I'd say, y'all are great, and I still use it. But it does. I mean, it's just easy. Y'all. Because then I'm like, and I know I say you guys, and I know I've written you guys, but I also have been told that can be offensive to women sometimes. And so, like, it doesn't bother me because I know what the intent is there. But so I say y'all, like, just because, yeah, it does. It covers it. You're right. I told my husband I wanted something she could find on a keychain, but not so common. She graduated.
That's something you think about,
Nice.
though. You
Kelsey
think about
Lynn.
that.
I love that.
I want to be able to go and look and go, oh, there's my name. Or,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. I agree. Trying to get word out. Do not use contractions, right? That's really funny. I don't know if it was one of my early ones or another author's. I mean, it's been years. But somebody had actually put that in a review. Like they had actually accused the author of doing that exact thing, like not using contractions because they were just trying to make the book longer or something. And I remember I had read that one, and like I said, I don't know. I don't know if it was mine or not. Maybe it wasn't. I've slept since then, but yeah, I personally do not know any author that who would do that. I would not do that, but not to say it hadn't happened. But yeah, yeah. Trying to work. Proofreader of your books does an immaculate job. I have yet to find. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, I try, man, and I know, and they're there. I know they're there. You know, I read over it. I have beta readers that read over it. Like I have readers that I will get a chapter done and I will send it to them as soon as I get it done, and they try to catch stuff. And then I have my editor, and then I have my ARC readers, and I have like 3 really good proofreaders who are amazing at catching things. And so even with all of that, there's still stuff that gets through because our brains make sense of what's supposed to be there, and we don't always catch it. But thank you for that. Someone needs to design a sarcasm, right? And I mean,
what would it look like though?
but that's just it. What would it look like? Maybe we should. Maybe we should design one. Be like, oh no, it would need to have like the long nose and the mouth. Like, have you seen the SpongeBob one where he's all like mocking?
Mm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but that's funny.
Come on. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to find it and show you.
See.
I don't know if anybody else notices that.
William can't teach people to be pretty. It's a difficult task. I mean, it's not easy being this way.
I know. I mean,
people
stud,
look at you and they
man.
automatically
What can I
think,
say?
"Oh, this guy's he's perfection." I mean, he's everything he touches is like Midas. Like gold. You touch people and you see their thoughts. I touch it, it turns to gold.
I wish I could do that. That'd be really cool. Although I don't know, I'd probably lose a lot of friends that way too because I'd realize they don't really like me. Yeah. So pretty.
Wait till I get in my tights. Oh, we're back.
Styling started mission. Yeah. There might only be one episode, but you could watch it.
There'd be William, we could do we could be co Mr. B's.
Oh, that's true, Mr. Black.
I can see that our logo will be a regular B and a backwards B.
Isn't that like the American Bandstand logo?
No, it's an A and a B.
Oh yeah, well, yes, that makes sense.
It's not the Baltic bandstand. That's in Russia. Russia, they have the B and the B.
There's something
in
I've
Russia,
seen,
they have
though.
the B and the B. And the B has you.
Then for Soviet Russia. I know somewhere I've seen that. I don't know. I'll look it up.
Yeah, I think I have seen that backwards, but we'll make it work.
What are the downsides of having a unique name? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, Ron.
Hey,
Hey, Ron.
I love that when he's like that commercial and the guy's up there. I can't remember that guy's name. I love him. He was in Pitch Perfect and all those, and he's doing the roll call and hey, Ron, I'm here, and he's like, thank you. Sorry.
No.
It doesn't take a whole lot to amuse me.
But she's spot on. You have to build it, but it has to be that first and that middle name so that they know when you're wanting their attention and when they done fucked up. I mean, messed up.
Yeah.
Because when that middle name rolls.
Yep.
So you got to make sure that it can
roll.
Yeah,
it's got to flow. It's got to flow.
Yeah.
Ours flow really well.
Yeah.
All of ours do.
Yeah.
Was bad
First
for her.
day of school was bad for her.
Arondia. Oh. Man.
Where did
That's
that come
a cool
from?
name, though. Am I saying that right? Arondia? Or is it Erondia? I like that name. Never heard of that. But yeah, that probably is her. That is one thing that I did take into consideration when we were thinking of names when I was pregnant with R3, and because I didn't want the kids to go through their entire lives having to explain their name or pronounce their names, or because I can imagine that would get very frustrating. So, well, I've seen him get frustrated with Christian. So yeah, I yelled there. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
She's just randomly driving down the road, yelling out names, and people are in the car next to her like. No, my kid that I haven't had yet is getting in trouble.
I'm yelling at this one. Yeah.
That's
you
what you gotta
and
do,
William
though.
struggle with the same superpower.
I'm telling you,
It's a rough life, isn't it? All the time. I mean, he just, he can't go anywhere without getting accosted by all the women.
Oh, so I got other news. So I drank a beer the other day, and it went great. And I drank another beer, and it went fine. I haven't had. What, I had
Did you
three.
talk about that?
I think I did, but then Friday when I was off and I stopped at Walt's. Yeah.
No, I know. I just didn't know if they knew what you were talking about.
Not this one. Oh, well, I've had issues this last year and whatever, but things have seemed to be getting better. And one of the things that I New Year's Eve, I had a beer and it was bad. I had horrible pains.
Really,
and
really
it was
sick.
And it was a beer. So I haven't had anything to drink, and I'm just drinking water tonight. I know.
Yeah.
But I promise.
He hasn't had any alcohol since
New Year's Eve.
Since New Year's Eve until the other night.
But then I think I told you about it last week. Neighbors had a Cinco de Mayo party, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And I had a beer, and I had a beer, and it was fine. But then I was off Friday, and I had a couple with a couple friends, and so anyway,
So far,
I was just
good.
sharing that because we're talking about. I was going to say we struggle, and this is why I drink to cope with having to deal with all this, but I don't drink, but now I can. So now I can start getting some inner peace again.
Are we back to lasso images again? Maybe.
on the
Oh, you guys asked about genre. Maybe I'll do a cowboy series or
Yippee-ki-yay.
cowboy suspense series. Maybe. I don't know.
Cowboy suspense,
I do like
wasn't
a
there a
sexy
movie
cowboy.
about that already?
Cowboy suspense?
Yeah.
Or maybe suspense cowboys?
Yeah, they went off into the.
You stop.
Anyway.
Not writing Brokeback. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it.
Good
Just
night, Sarah.
Not my writing. Oh, yep. Good night, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us.
Remember, next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Catch William and Shayla tomorrow
Obsessed
night.
with dogs. All right, you're gonna have to
8
remind me of that. Thank you.
Block A, listen up. I don't know what that means.
What?
Block
Jason,
A, listen up.
are you drinking?
He's drinking. Eronda.
Eronda. Oh, Eronda. Oh, yeah. See, the IA at the end threw me off. I was thinking Erondia.
Eronda.
But, oh. Yeah, that would be hard for her, probably. It's still very pretty, though.
My youngest, her name is so long, it's on 2 lines of her Social Security card.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, now I want to know what it is. Or did you already tell us? Did I miss it? Mr. B Sparkles. Oh, it must be your, I think it's that kind of shiny looking. Is that what you're talking about?
Probably will. These lights. I need help with lights.
He sweats. No. Jason, yep. Okay, so what are you guys talking about? Block a listen up. Block A, listen up. Block A. I have no idea. I'm lost. Oh, okay, thank you, Eve.
Name.
Yeah.
It's gotta be a name. Block A, listen up. Oh.
I don't know. You got me lost, Jason. I don't know about that one. But, oh, yeah, that's fine. We can go with that one.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
So this is exciting.
So we have over 1,200 members in my reader group. If you are on here and you're not a member of my reader group and you would like to be, you just have to request to join and answer the questions and you'll be approved. And
maybe. Some shady people out there.
I got you back. Yeah, so we're trying to, I mean, it'll take a little bit, I'm sure, but you know, we've grown a lot in the last little bit. So, and we keep growing. So, if you know of anyone who enjoys reading the types of books that I write and thinks, you know, you think that they might be interested, you know, invite them, send them an invite, or, you know, just tell them about it, let them know, send them the link, whatever. And yeah, so that's our next milestone, 1,500. So once we get to that point, then we'll do another special giveaway party, like probably do like an all day giveaway type thing, something like that, like I did whenever we hit 1,000. So it'll probably be fun though, because I have a feeling this one's already got a plan. Looks like. So I will let you take that one.
Huh?
Huh?
a.k.a. Ron had a kid in the class named Blake. It was pronounced
Balake. That's different. Huh.
It's a commercial.
Oh wait, that one is? Oh, that's right. I forgot that they had that in there too. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm a little slow on the uptake right now. I forgot about that one. Thank you for explaining. Was that a gunshot?
That was a gunshot. Stand by.
I mean, we live in the country, so it's not uncommon. But we just always like to check just in case. I don't know. Usually it's our neighbors shooting at coyotes. There's another gunshot. That one I know was a gunshot. We live in a safe place, I promise. We're out in the middle of nowhere. But we've got some farm neighbors across the hill and up the hill and across the highway back there on a hill. And I don't know. They might just be shooting targets too. Because we do that sometimes out here. But that's a lot of shots though.
They're shooting a lot of targets.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. What are you doing?
I'm prepared.
That's how you're going to fight him?
I grabbed the first thing I could find.
He wouldn't survive in my books, would he? No. That's what I should do in Christian. I'll Delta Team 1, I'll have him trying to fight the bad guys off with a pool noodle. You know, I could probably make that work somehow.
I could talk to you this
I bet I could make that work somehow.
I could be your communications person.
So thank you, Sam. Sam's with us now. Gunshot on my way over. Yeah, it's still going. They're still going on out there. I don't know what's going on. I would assume as consistent as they're being, it's probably targets, but you never know. Christian's book starring new pool noodles. Yep. Sam's telling me to celebrate getting the joke. Yeah, they're finally like, woohoo, she finally gets it. That's why they're shooting.
Hey, but if I have to jump into the water to avoid the gunfire, safety first. I mean, this would have come in handy for Gracie.
Hey, wait though. Could you like use it as a silencer or a suppressor? Not a silencer, because I know you can't silence. Could you like? I don't know.
Wow. Wow.
I'm just kidding. Really,
Wow.
just kidding. Promise. And no, I have not been drinking. This was water and it's all gone. So, anyway.
Yeah, water wings.
Water wings. With unicorns on them. Or butterflies. Or rainbows.
I can't stand coyotes.
Yeah. Yeah, and
they're thick around here, but that's not what they're. I think they're out target shooting. They've shot too many times, but yeah, we do. We live out in the country. We can. I mean, in fact, if we weren't live right now, I was going to grab the shotgun and just go out there and just fire one off in the air. Just be like, hey.
Yep, we know where you're there.
They're probably just inviting us up for dinner or something. That's the way we communicate. Is that seven shots is dinner? I think eight's they're having a bonfire.
Yeah,
or
something like that. Oh yeah, see, research. Time to try it. Nicole says.
See, Christine's got.
Janice.
She's like, "What has this gone off the rails?"
We're gonna get shut now. Facebook really is gonna. We're talking about guns. Like they're really gonna take us down now. Fun research. Yeah, you know that. Oh, I love that part of my job. That's the best.
Jason's got to be the practical guy. If you're trying to avoid the gunfire, you probably want to sink. I get it. But...
Yeah, you don't really need the pool noodles to dive under the water. Anyway, Walmart has a unicorn inflatable sprinkler. Oh. We should get that for the grandbabies. They would love that. And by grandbabies, I mean him. I think that would be great.
I was just thinking of my photo shoot when I'm in assless chaps on my cowskin rug.
Your cowboy hat and your lasso and your boots.
And my standing inflatable sprinkler for $20. Oh my god.
He just looked it up.
Harper would love that.
Harper would love that. Harper's our grandbaby girl.
Is that thing really?
I say
only
grandbaby.
$20?
She's 7, almost 8. She'll be 8 in August. But
who wrote that?
Who wrote what?
Who said that? Jennifer Beely. Okay, Jennifer. You're in trouble now because now I found it.
Thanks, Jennifer. Oh, that thing's big.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than I thought.
He's looking up the pictures, and you could see these two kids standing next to it.
Wow.
Oh, guess what's going in his Walmart cart?
I would share it with you, but this system, if I share it, it will make it where you can't hear us. And
yeah, that's true.
Anyway, did I mention I don't like this system? But...
I mean, you could do it for just a second.
Yeah.
Do the one with the kids.
I'll post it on the site. So, Ruth, we've talked about that. Not that we try to, we want to copy, we don't want to copy their stuff because but there's certain things you're going to do that you're going to do no matter what. It's not copying, but
yeah.
I've watched when people will send them different foods or whatever, and they try it on air, which I think is really cool. I got a gift from Jason one night, and I opened it on air. I double checked with him first, but I thought that was cool.
Yeah, because you just never know with his friends. I'm just kidding. Love you.
But we talked about that big pizza from Kansas City. We were talking about getting one of those and having it on one night, just because that's just logistics. Because one of us has to get to Kansas City that day and get it back up here in time for that, but because it's not going to fit in the fridge.
Next Tuesday. Let's do next Tuesday.
You'll have to go get it.
Okay.
All right.
Don't forget.
Oh, we won't have it next Tuesday. But yeah, so they do the taste test and stuff, and
that's really cool.
I think that's cool. Yeah,
I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, and I would like to start
it's kind of aggravating though when you're watching them eat it and you're like, that looks so good.
Why
are you eating that one? Why do you have to eat 2 of them?
I mean,
yeah.
William, you guys are the same mentality. Like he probably does it on purpose. He's evil like that.
Yeah. It helps us understand. It helps us mask the beauty.
Yeah, that's it. That must be it. You can't be perfect all around all the time,
it's
right?
Like when you do
too much pressure.
Pencil sketching, but you go back in with your finger and you kind of not blur the edges, but just kind of soften them, because otherwise you're just too sharp. So you have to do something to kind of help soften the blow, soften the edges.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Oh, Sam, too bad you don't know anyone in KC to get it to you. Are you anywhere near there, Sam?
No. See, They're up here talking about.
Yeah, he was talking about the pizza.
Oh, all right. But yeah, you can bring it up here, Sam. I'll take it. I thought he was talking about this, but
Yeah.
Jason said, random thought. Can you send me some peanut butter bites? Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
guys not have, is there not at Casey's
No,
in
there's no
DC?
kid. No,
Oh, well, I didn't
it's
know.
a regional thing.
Oh,
But I can
sorry.
give.
My
Yep.
bad.
Send me your address again, and I'll post it on here. I'm sure some people would be happy to send you some as you serve our country at the Pentagon.
It really does. And I can't wait. One more month. We get to go.
Sam, you might get an invite to the show if you bring me a pizza. Just might. So now the Christian Cure is going to be 10.
Chaps, alas. Unicorn
And that
water
book
and
is
soap.
not going to sell a single issue.
One click.
Actually, it probably will.
It'll sell a single issue and it'll be Christine.
It'll sell issues because I had fraternity brothers that'll buy it just so they can haunt me with it.
Yeah, they'll post it on the alumni page.
Oh,
Don't tempt him. He is not a shy person. I'm telling you. Careful what you ask for.
Kelly has a serious question.
What is the weirdest thing you have Googled for research? Oh man, I am on so many lists, I'm sure. Wow, that's really hard.
That's what she said.
I knew you were gonna say that. I was gonna say I knew that was coming, but then I knew that you would throw that in there too. So I just rephrased. Sorry, guys. Did I mention we're super mature? Just throwing that out there. Anyway, weirdest thing. Ah, man, one of my, I don't know if it's weird. One of my favorite things that I researched was when I was writing Rescuing Elena, I think. I think it was Elena. Oh my gosh, I don't remember. I have to look it back now. Look at I mean, it was one of the Bravo teams. But I was wanting my heroine to be carrying a laptop as she's walking out, and I think it was shoot, I don't even know. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm second guessing myself. It might not have been Bravo team even. I don't know. But anyway, I wanted my heroine to be carrying a laptop, and I wanted her to get shot at, and I wanted the computer to get hit, but I did not want her to actually get shot. Like I didn't want it to go through. But I didn't want to write that and then have a whole bunch of people going, hey, dumbass, bullets go through computers, whatever. So I got on YouTube and I watched videos of MacBooks getting shot with different types of bullets and things. And this one video that stands out to me, I watched, they shot it 3 different times and it stopped 2 of the 3 bullets. And the third bullet that went through, when they showed it after the fact, it went through at a place that had already been broken and cracked and weakened from the previous shot before it. So I think if it had hit further away from the point of impact, possibly. But it did stop. I don't remember now which type of bullet it was, but it stopped it. So I threw it in there. But I mean, I've looked up a whole lot of different stuff.
It was one of your rescuing books, and it was the one where the heroine is a doctor, and she had gone back to the office to get some stuff and was leaving.
That was Elena.
And
yep. That was Gabe and Elena.
A certain guy shot her.
Mm-hmm. But he purposely shot the computer so he wouldn't actually hurt her. Because he had to make it look real.
Don't like that, man.
Anyway, yeah.
I'll just
Rescuing Elena.
I'll just eat beans before I put them on.
Do what? Oh. Inflatable tights. God. That's gross. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm behind on all this. Oh, yeah. American Dream nut butters. Nice.
I thought he was too. That's why I said. But no, he was talking about the pizza.
Yeah.
But I think Sam's going to take care of you there too.
There you go. Elena, thank you. Oh, gosh, I just hit my glasses. Yeah, Elena, thank you. I was thinking that was it, and then I started saying, I've got, Ethan was my 26th book, I think. Full length, not including the novellas and stuff for anthologies and things. So after a little bit, like they kind of start blending together, and I have to really stop and think.
Jennifer. So funny thing, our old TV service provider offered electronics protection. Like you could pay a certain, and they said that it would cover any device that was capable of viewing their service. It was a satellite based TV service, but any device that you could pull up and watch, they would cover. And I said, so like my laptop's covered. He's like, yep, your phone, all that. He said, but we don't cover it if it's run over by a vehicle or if it's shot.
Yeah.
So
They
again,
were very specific about that.
they were very specific, which is odd. Like, why would you have to be that specific? Like, something is obvious. You look at these warning things, or don't put your toaster in the bathtub. They put the thing right on it. Obviously, somebody's done that, so then they have to put warnings on it.
Yeah.
But
Which is
don't
so
drink
sad.
shampoo. It says right on there, do not consume. But anyway, yeah. So this service, it would cover anything. I said, what if I drop it in the lake? That's fine. If you're out fishing and you're watching TV and you drop it in the lake, it's covered. But if I shoot it, it's not. Nope. Or if you run it out, nope. Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
It's sad that they have to put that kind of like the obvious stuff
Yeah.
on there. Like I always love the commercials for the medicines, the prescription medicine, and the possible side effects goes and warnings go longer than the actual advertising part of it. And I always love the don't take medicine A if you're allergic to medicine A. Like you really have to tell somebody that, but clearly they do because that's why they have it on there. So
But I'll tell you, from a medical provider standpoint, those commercials, that last part where they're telling you about all the side effects that are this long compared to what it's going to actually help you with, people don't listen to that because they'll come in and they'll say, well, I read about this, I heard about this. I'm like, did you see all the, because they're not being light about this is going to cause. It's very, and this is
they put
just
it on there for a reason.
yeah, and it's just the touch of what it's going to cause. So yeah, it's yeah. Janice said,
Excuse
thanks
me.
for no spoilers because she's not caught up.
I was trying. I
I
was
know.
trying.
I know.
I
I
got
tell
your
her all
back,
the time because
Janice.
she'll start talking about a book. Well, I remember when this, I'm like, these are people may not have read that one yet.
I get excited about.
I know.
What's really funny is when I forget about something, like for example, that one, trying to remember which heroine it was or whatever. And so I'll go back in and start looking through and doing searches. And then I catch myself reading. So I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that part. And then like before I know it, like 30 minutes has passed because I'm actually really caught up in the story reading it.
How many people who run
Ruin the
Oh.
shooting the laptops.
shooting and running over the vehicle? Exactly. Like they probably had a whole plethora of people that I
Probably.
just happened to accidentally run over my 12-year-old laptop. So
But you know what was covered? Not by them, but by our, I think it was Apple Care actually. Abby's first MacBook that she had, I was up in my office working one day. I was writing, and her bedroom's down in the basement. So I was upstairs, and she was, we had a floor in between us. And I hear the basement door fly open because I heard it like smack something, and I hear just this almost blood curdling, like I legit, when I heard the devastation in her voice, and I heard, "Mom," I immediately thought something had happened to her boyfriend. I was just like, my heart's dropped, my stomach, like I was just like, just because I'd never heard that level of, I don't know, fear, devastation, it come out of my daughter's voice. And I jump up and I run out of my office as she's coming up the stairs, and she has her laptop open and she's bawling. And I look at the laptop, and then I get this whiff of this wonderful smelling wax that I recognize as one of the candles that she always burned down in the basement. And her cat had knocked over a candle that was up on a shelf right above her desk in her bedroom. And the wax, the entire keyboard of the MacBook was completely covered in wax. And it had already started to dry. And I mean, and so I was just like, okay, it's your computer. You're fine. We've got insurance. Like, we've got it covered. And, and of course, she was like, ah. But I immediately, started trying to scrape it off. We tried whatever. And then I got a hold of Apple, and it was covered. And so we took it in, and they basically like replaced the whole keyboard, the whole top section, cleaned it out real good, and didn't have any problems after that. So
And now when she turns it on and lets it run for a while, it smells wonderful.
not anymore. It used to actually. You could still smell it, but then she traded it up. She upgraded to a different one. But yeah, yeah. So no candles near computers, please. Hey,
I ain't gonna say no, especially one of those beef sticks.
those are so good. And no, that's not code for anything.
Yeah. Speaking of curling irons,
I was curling. What? Read
the
a
warning on
curling
the
iron warning.
pamphlet.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Alana, I don't understand either. Who was it you were talking about? Cynthia Eden.
Oh my god!
She was talking about Cynthia Eden. Love Cynthia Eden. Cynthia, if you're watching, she loves you.
I'm sure she's not watching, but I love.
She's got nothing
Cynthia.
better to do. It's not Wednesday night, so she knows that Shayla and William aren't
Yeah.
on. She's like, I don't know what to do.
I love Cynthia. Oh,
She loves Cynthia. So she was talking it was yesterday, wasn't it?
It's today, I think.
I think it was last night.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. My days have
I think it was last
running
night.
together so bad.
But she was talking about this series and this series and this series. And I read this one, this one, this one. I'm like, how do you remember? Like, she's well, you remember the TV shows you watch. I remember TV shows I watched, but I couldn't tell you when they, like what season they were or what. And even that's different because there's, 10, 12, 15 shows a season.
These guys get it.
I know. I don't get it.
Sam and Jason probably don't, but the rest of them get it.
I don't get it. I don't know how you keep track of all those. I'm doing good just to keep track of her books that I haven't read, but I'm trying to help keep, up here I'm trying to learn more about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've listened to all the rescue ones, but
Yeah, the Bravo team ones. Because they're on audio and he doesn't read. So
I can read. I just
that's why I didn't say you
I
can't.
know,
I said
I know.
you don't.
I say I don't know.
Hey, that's like a line out of my
I
book
can't read.
from Grant, my unpredictable risk. He says because she says you lied, and he says what did I lie about? And she said you told me you can't dance, and he said nope, I never. Or he said wrong. He said I never said I couldn't dance. I just said I don't. So it's not that you can't read. You just don't.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I can dance. I'm a dancing fool. I tell you, it's not easy being squeezy.
White boy. Anyway, here's your sign. Yeah, I agree, 100%. Right? Thank you. Thank you. It's like you like develop these relationships with these characters and like they almost become like real to you, like not in a psycho crazy way, but like yeah, like I don't know. I mean, so Cynthia Eden, if you have not read her, she has her Mine series, Mine. She has, oh my gosh, her Lost series. She has, oh, I'm drawing a blank, and that's horrible because I know so many of her
You named off
series.
seven of them
I
last
know.
night.
Her Mine series, her Lost series, her Wild Ways series is really, really good. I don't know, just like she's just really good, and she's super sweet. So, if you have read her, oh my gosh, there's other, I can't think of the actual series names for all of them. Like, oh, I think she's got one that's Deadly, maybe. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. This is horrible. Mind, Wild Ways, Lost, Deadly series. I've read, Shadow Agents is really good. That's actually one through Harlequin. That's where I found her initially. Shadow Agents, like it's a Harlequin. I think it's intrigue, maybe. It's either intrigue or suspense, but it's a really good series.
She just posted today about, or not, maybe not today. I just saw it today, but she posted about Harlequin had redone one of her covers without her knowledge.
Oh,
So she was I think she was warning people or letting them just a heads up that this isn't a new book. It's just,
oh, yeah. See, that's a negative. That's the downfall I've heard from being.
which I thought was really nice of her to.
Yeah, she's awesome. Oh
Keep
yeah, the
people-
Dark Obsession one. Anyway, just you got to look for it. Lazarus Rising, all of that. They're all really good. So, and
This is the best
she
part.
didn't pay me to say this, I promise. But
Watching her fangirl. I just love
dude,
it.
oh man, if I ever got the chance to meet her in real life, I would make a blubbering fool out of myself. I'm sure.
Because
But
no offense to any of the authors, like I don't read, so
it'd be
hey,
like
nice to
you
meet you.
meeting Mantooth. What's his name? From that emergency show or any
Randall
Randall
Mantooth,
Mantooth.
Johnny
Yeah,
Gage,
yeah.
Squad 51, Rampart. I met him.
Oh yeah, yeah. And how excited were you?
It was freaking
You
awesome.
were like a total fangirl that day. I remember that. So
I
that
was
would
a
yeah.
guy. I was a
So
fan
it's
guy.
you were a total
When they
fangirling that
popped that
day.
bicarb, first
Yeah.
time I was in the back of the ambulance, and I got to pop. It was I popped dextrose, sugar water to give a diabetic, but it was the same thing. And on the if you remember emergency, they would open the show and part of their opening credits they popped two vials. Well, these plastic caps, you pop them off and you screw it together and you can inject it. They did bicarb. I remember that from the show when I was 3.
Anybody on here
But
remember that show?
the first time I got to pop, getting ready to give some sugar to a diabetic, I hit that, and for just a brief moment, I thought, I'm Johnny Gage. It was the coolest moment ever. And so when I got to meet him, I was at a trauma conference one year, and I got to meet him, and nicest guy, and that's what he does. He tours the country giving talks to help support EMS, and he's very big. He's got an EMS foundation. Cool fun fact: Johnny and Roy, Randall Mantooth, and Roy DeSoto. I can't remember his real name. Anyway, when they were
Filming.
well, no, when they were offered the position
Oh.
for this new TV show, uh, the producers paid for him and Roy, gosh dang it, Roy, the other actor, they paid for them to go to paramedic training in California. They did the full paramedic training, ride-alongs, everything, before they started filming the show because the producers wanted the show to be as authentic as possible. So they wanted them to actually have the knowledge of what they were doing.
Kevin Ty? Teague? I don't know
Yeah.
how to say that.
And then they also did, they used California firefighters, LA firefighters, in kind of to reference material. So they'd say, how would you do this? Is this something that you could realistically see happen, or is this a stretch? And he was telling us about this. He said there were some things that the firefighters like, no, there's no way we would do that. And so they would actually rewrite the scene to where the firefighters said, okay, this is a little more feasible. And he said they still stretched it to some limit because, in emergencies, you never really know what's going to happen. That's what makes it an emergency. But anyway, I just thought, sorry, I know this has nothing to do with books, but when I see her though, go meet people and she's like, I just love it. I just love it.
Oh, dude, I was like that
She's living
with
her best life, and it's all
Susan
because of
and
you all.
Riley and yeah, and I even do it with you guys. Like when I finally get to meet you in person,
I do
it's
it.
yeah, and then it's like when I finally can put an actual face with a name like in 3D and give hugs and I love it. Like that's the best part. Best part.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun.
So yes, Sam.
And
Yes, I write books.
Didn't you know you wrote books?
Oh, you're a dork. Books like that. Each author has their own way of wording. Yeah, yeah. And that's what I love about being a reader too, because there are so many, like even in the same genre. I mean, my goodness, romantic suspense and military romance, like those are huge categories. So if you read one author and you don't really care for their writing style, there are 1,000 others to pick from. And excuse me, but yeah, I mean, I love when you find like that new to you author. Isn't that the best? Like you find the new to you author and then you realize, then you like fall in love with them and you love their writing style and you love their stories. And then you realize like they've got all these different series out there. And then you just start binging. Laundry might not get done for a while, but that's okay. Oh, let's see. Bonnie. What'd you say?
Oh, she said her husband keeps her in book
Oh.
money.
It's a good man.
Yeah,
Very good man. This one did do for a long time.
probably didn't know it, but
No, he had no idea. That's totally me.
And the thing is, she'll grab the remote and she'll hit the info button and then go to the cast and then start scrolling. And meanwhile, I'm watching TV now because now it's not here anymore. It's just this little
Okay, so Jennifer, so do you also identify by voice too? Because like I'll be in the kitchen or something and I'll hear a voice and I'm like, I know that name, I know that. Wait, hold on, and I do, or I'll pause it and I'm like, I'll look it up real fast and be like, I knew it. That's the guy from, because especially if it's been like if they were younger in whatever that I really got to know them actor wise, and then they're in, a current something and they're older and white haired and whatever, but you can still tell. And I'm
There's
kind of a master at that actually.
I can do that when I'm out in the garage or I've got a western. I like to watch the old black and white, the Bonanzas and the Rifleman, and but I like to watch those. But you'll see a lot of well, now they're old actors, but they were young back then. But you'll hear that voice, and you'll spin around and look at it because
Yeah.
um,
Leslie Nielsen was on, was it? Yeah,
yeah. And then
the other day. Or no, it was my mom when she was here. She was like, "Is that Leslie Nielsen?" And I looked, and I did the same thing. I paused it. I got on. I looked up the episode name. I looked at the cast.
and then
Yeah.
there's the guy that played Roscoe on Roscoe P.
Roscoe P.
Coltrane on The Dukes of Hazzard. He was on an old western the other day. I was watching. It was just it's just funny when you hear those voices that you immediately recognize.
I love when there's an old Western on and like it's one where like Ronald Reagan was in, because for those of you who may not know, Ronald Reagan used to be an actor before he became president. And so, I mean, if there's younger people on here.
Oh, no, I was just thinking he was still an actor when he was a president. But, well, I mean, they all are.
Oh, so. Well, that's true. I like Ronald Reagan.
I do too.
But yeah, so it's, it's fun. I don't know.
The book of Elmer's is cool. I still remember it. Actually was able to find
it's funny that you say that because there is a book that I read in elementary school or started to read. And I cannot remember the name of it, but there was a boy, like a teenage boy, who'd been driving and he was in a car wreck, but he went down a ravine and everything, and he was trapped in there by himself. And maybe that was the name of it. Maybe it was Trapped. I don't know. But something happened to the book, like I lost it, or it was the end of the year or something. We had to like turn everything in, and I did not get to finish it. And I mean, that was back in probably junior high days, maybe high school. And I still thought about that. I need to figure out what that is so I can finish it.
I read one when I was in school about a kid that ran away and was living in a tree. And it was a cool. I mean, I read the whole thing. I was in elementary school, but I don't remember. Yeah, I never read the whole thing, but it was fun.
Read a book.
I enjoyed it. It was fun. Jason got pulled over reading a book. The cop listened to it. Cop let him go.
Yeah, I bet.
And then he said it was rescuing
Graceland.
Which there's some scenes there I can understand.
There's scenes in all of the books you can.
No, but not with Graceland. Oh,
Graceland's his gal. He likes her.
Sometimes dream the characters. Months ago, because of a book I was in the middle of reading.
That's funny. I've gotten caught up in books before, like not my own, but others. And like, there'll be this like super intense, awesome scene. And then I caught myself a few times, like opening my mouth, like if I'm talking to my daughters or whatever, like wanting to tell them about it, like it was a real life thing. And then I really remember that they have no idea what I'm talking about because they haven't read the book. But which is actually, I guess that's where like book clubs come in.
Renette, I'm sorry you're probably gone, but if you're not, either way, check your messages. I'll be messaging you.
Oh, Janice loved Emergency too.
Squad 51 transport as soon as possible. KMG 354. Rampart out. That's right.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Yep. You can still do.
Did you say icebreakers?
No, I forgot about that one. Thank you. Icebreakers. God, there's so many. And I don't know. Did I say Dark Sins? That was another one. I don't know. But oh my gosh, the Harlequin one. I just said it. That one, I mean, I guess she's got more than one because she's got other Harlequin ones, I think. But the Shadow Agents, that's what it was. That was how I found Cynthia Eden. And then I was hooked. And I mean, she and like Susan and Riley and Ray Lewis and, like they're my go-to rereads. So when I know I can't stay up super getting caught up in a brand new story, I'll do the reread thing. And yeah.
E
So.
loved the show. Janice loved the show.
Aw.
William obviously knows the
Yeah,
show.
you're not.
Ruth loves the show. Janice knew Kevin Tighe. Linda knew. See?
See, I could do that kind of stuff with like Criminal Minds,
Lana.
Wheels Up in 30.
Adam 12. One Adam 12. It was on yesterday. And she's like, what is this? I'm like,
I didn't know that
or it
one.
was Sunday. It was Sunday. That's right.
I didn't know Adam 12.
Alice was here.
Sorry.
It was the one where they had to separate because there was a bank or a store robbery in progress, and one of them ran in and got the guy, and the other one ran after the guy, and then in a car wreck, and he used a shot. He used his shotgun to make a splint. No, he used his shotgun to make a splint for his leg because his leg was injured. Okay, I'm good with that. But then when the police helicopter was flying overhead and he was trying to find a way to signal it, he pulls out his pistol, his revolver, and starts shooting at the helicopter, hoping that he could see the flash. Huh. Probably would have taken the shotgun back off my leg and fired the shotgun towards the helicopter. One, it wouldn't reach the helicopter, but two, it's going to make a bigger muzzle flash than a pew, pew.
That should have been a scene that they tried to refer to the experts on before they played that one out.
They didn't ask me, but that's another. I'm sure William has the same problem. That's when you're full of all this knowledge and people don't ask you, it actually starts. You have to just let it go, don't you? I mean, you just gotta let it go. You have to walk away.
Maybe you should have gone into acting. Wow, it's getting deep in here. It's getting really deep in here. Okay, so let's see what else we got going.
Sex or romance with serial killers.
Yep. I mean, they kind of go together sometimes too.
Christine said, "I think we should all wear Facebook profile pics on our new tape."
Right. That would be funny. Yeah, I like that.
That's great. Yeah, because we can't see pics at all, and I wish it shows a little Facebook emblem, but I wish they would actually show your Facebook picture because then we could start putting faces to names better. But
Jennifer.
Yeah, I'm with that.
When I don't know, I get so excited when I finally get one. I feel that way with like with MASH or Seinfeld. When I can pick up on like, oh, this is the one where, da 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 da. I get all proud of myself because that's like, those are his shows. Like 30 seconds in, he knows that he can tell you start to finish everything that happens in the episode. I can do that with Friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty good with that. And like the original MacGyver and those cool shows.
I can identify voices of random actors, new, old, and recurring.
See, I mean, what other life skill do you need, right? Thank you. You just proved my point. They really are. I couldn't tell you how many days of teaching that I went to school on about 3.5 hours of sleep because I had started a new book when I went to bed the night before, and I can't stop. Like, unless there's like something like on the books, like scheduled with the kids or with him or whatever. When I start a brand new book, if I really like it, I don't want to put it down until it's done because it's like stopping in the middle of a show. You want to see the end. But hey, Peggy, thanks for popping in. I think we're about wrapping up here, but I'm so glad you came in.
Our dual episode Tuesday night.
Yeah. Yep.
If you weren't on, we got kicked off right as somebody started talking about the paranormal. That was kind of odd. We're there.
We really did get kicked off.
Yeah, we really did get kicked off though, but we're back.
So thanks for popping in. Oh,
Bonnie, didn't you say you worked in the school? You taught for 30 years?
Nice. Hey, teachers probably don't always make the best students. I'm just saying.
Trapped by Arthur Roth.
Thank you.
Goes to Amazon.
I like legit. I know it's like made for kids, but young adult, I guess I don't know that was the genre back then, but I really want to read it again. Good Lord, it's been almost 30 years since I graduated high school, and I still think about that book. That was it. Thank you.
It's $50.
What? Yeah, I'm not.
Lana, can you not come up with a better book idea?
I bet I could find it. Maybe I could find it somewhere else.
I bet we go to a garage sale and find it.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to spend $50 on it. I may.
Peggy just says, "Hey."
Let it go. Hey, Peggy.
She said, "Enough said." Right there. Hey.
That's right. Well, didn't she say finally here?
I saw. I was just.
What?
Nicole.
Deferred. Yeah. Yep. Brain space. Yep.
Good night, Linda.
I
Yeah,
agree.
we're running
Yes. Good
pretty
night. I'm
late.
so
My
sorry. Yeah.
goodness.
But I mean, so many people stayed this. Like, this has been
We've
awesome.
been 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
yeah. If you
awesome.
add in the original time.
I'm not complaining. This
I
is not a
know.
complaint. I could sit and talk to y'all for all night. That's fine.
This went by fast.
I couldn't. I looked
already
up at the
after
clock
9.
up here. I'm like 9 o'clock. Are you serious?
Yeah. You guys are awesome. Awesome.
The only reason I knew we were running late is because I'm out of water.
I've been out for a while, but I didn't start it with as much either. So
Sorry if that's loud. I'm sure it is. Good night.
oh, night, Christine. I gotta get you.
See, I don't have to do
soon.
that. I don't have to do that, Christine. I don't get it. I don't understand when people talk about that. William, help me out. I don't know. There's no. I don't understand that beauty sleep thing.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of
hard.
beauty sleep,
It's just natural.
I don't get the
Kelly,
luxury
good
of
night.
having that
All
natural.
right, y'all.
So I do need some sleep.
Oh, she taught 30 and her daddy taught for 30.
Wow.
In the same school.
Same school. That's awesome.
Wow.
Good for you. Thank you both.
Yeah, Ruth, I know.
Yeah.
New York. Sorry.
Yep. You guys are even later, so we probably should wrap things up.
Nicole just said, my name's Nicole.
That's all she had to say.
That was it. Just like Sam. That was it.
Yes, Lana, I thought about that after he said garage sale. I was thinking, oh, I'll try library and see. We've got some local ones around here.
You just keep it then, can't you? All right, well, we got to get off here. Just put one of your books in its place.
In the young adult where the kids go? Yeah, that'd be great.
Get them started.
Start them young, I guess. Post the blow up unicorn when you get it.
Just you wait, Jennifer. Did you get them one? Did you get the kids one then after all? You said they wanted one. Now, how old are the kids?
She's probably waiting for you to do it to see if it really works well.
Well, I found not only the blow up unicorn, but I also found the blow up dinosaur. I wish I could share it with you. But yeah, the blow up dinosaur is kind of interesting too. But anyway, my little madman would probably like that. But.
Yeah, yep. Get them
All right,
both.
kids.
Give them each their own. And then send them to their parents' house.
Not yet. 12 and just turned 7.
Oh. They would love it, I bet.
That'd be a lot of fun.
We'll have to see. Maybe that'll be our next. Maybe that could be our special guest next week. We could have the unicorn sprinkler.
We can go live from our front yard with
That's
the
right.
unicorn sprinkler.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining
Yes.
us again. I love it. The interaction was fabulous. That 2 hours, man, that went by so fast. You guys are awesome. Please be sure to join us next Tuesday. Same time, same place, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. We will be here.
Probably will.
Hopefully you will be here.
We'll probably have a new look because getting rid of this EV Mux.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get it. Whatever we got going on, we'll figure it out. I hope they have a cool intro though, whatever you go with. That one's pretty neat.
Oh, we'll figure it out. All right, y'all.
All right.
We appreciate
Bye,
you being
guys.
here.
Thank
Make
you
sure
so
you invite
much.
your friends to Anna's Angels and bring them on the show with us.
Yeah. More the merrier.
All right.
Have a great night.
And
Get
we
some rest.
will see you next
We
week when
will
we
talk Tuesday. Bye.
Ha ha ha! You thought we were leaving. Promoting commence. What's that? Who's on? There's 4 people on Facebook right now. It says, if you're there, drop a comment. Oh, I know you're on there. We're here.
We're just packing up.
We're just putting everything away.
He got excited because there were still people on there, so thought we'd pop in and say hi again.
We're just packing up because the gunshots are getting close. No, they're not. Just the neighbors being silly. But anyway, for real, whoever watches this and stays on that long and watches the recording.
You guys are awesome. Love you all.
So much fun. I can't believe we were on 2 hours tonight. So, but yeah, we had to let the dog out because he was like, "Come on, man, get off the air. I gotta go." But glad to see you here. We had fun. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. Good night, everybody.